Tomato farmer Kiao Miu is heading for his fields. They are out on the lake. He has a busy day ahead of him. The farmer's rowing technique is unique. Nowhere else in the world is this method used, only here by the people on Lake Inle. They row with one leg wrapped around the oar, which leaves both hands free to work. Kiao Miu is proud of his floating gardens, which have been in his family for generations. He has spent a lot of money on new plants and on enlarging and fertilizing the beds. He's hoping for a good harvest.
When the time comes to grow the tomato plants, we worry. We don't know whether the plants will grow properly. We do not know whether the tomatoes will be good or bad. We are just doing it by guessing. Once the tomatoes start to ripen, then we have to worry about whether it will cover the cost. Only when we get a good price for the tomatoes, then the whole family is happy.
The fields have to be tended from the boat. If the farmer were to attempt to stand on his floating gardens, the entire thing would sink beneath him.
These floating farms are self-made farms. They are not here in the lake. We have to make them in the forest and test them in the water. If it doesn't float, then we have to adjust it with knives. When it floats, then we take it out on the lake with many people. After that, we start planting things like tomatoes and cucumbers.
Water hyacinth forms a base for the floating gardens. It holds up the beds so that they swim on the surface and can be cultivated. But why do the people here go to such lengths? The answer lies in their history. The Intha, or Sons of the Lake as the people here are called, came here several centuries ago after being driven from their land in the southeast of the country. Lake Inle was their refuge. So, with necessity the master of invention, they developed their ingenious method of farming. The floating gardens have not changed to this day. Like generations before them, the farmers fetch the rich silt from the lake floor for their beds. The aquatic gardens are constantly being enlarged to ensure sufficient income for the farmers. They work long, hard hours to prepare the beds for the plants and hope for a good harvest. The floating gardens are more than just fertile acreage on the lake's surface. They have one very important advantage over ordinary fields. When the monsoons come and swamp everything, the floating gardens simply ride it out, and the farmers continue to work on them. Garlic, onions, beans, chilies, cucumbers, it's all planted by hand. The produce is primarily for their own consumption. Any surplus is sold. Pui Win and her daughter Susu Pui have reached school. It was built only recently and is the pride of the whole village. The children no longer have to walk several kilometers to school in the next village. Around 60 girls and boys aged from 3 to 5 go to preschool here. The school day begins in this Buddhist country with the morning prayer recital. Then the children sing a song. The teaching is closely linked to the children's everyday lives. The teachers use simple methods to spark their curiosity.
Here we teach the children by encouraging their creativity. We give them intelligent games such as create and play, constructive play, and there is instrumental play. In these 6 rooms, they learn by playing.
It's time for Myo Win, Pui Win's brother, to go out on the lake. He's been a fisherman since childhood. He watches the lake's surface intently, looking for bubbles. These tell him where the fish are. Eel, barb, and carp are native to the freshwater lake, which is about 10 kilometers wide and 20 long. It could be hours before Myo Win makes his first catch. But on Lake Inle, no one is in any particular hurry. People know how to be patient here, and the days when his basket would simply fill up effortlessly are long gone.
The reason for catching fewer fish is, how do I say, the fishermen are catching the fish even during the egg-laying season, without rest. So the fish population is getting smaller.
Around Lake Inle, time seems to stand still. Myanmar's change in government has had little or no impact on people's lives here, or at least not yet. The country is slowly adapting since the departure of the generals and opening up to Western influences, but life around the lake continues unchanged. Once a week, Pui Win sets off for market with a neighbor. The walk takes a good hour each way. Nothing unusual in Myanmar, where nearly everyone walks. Only a lucky few can afford a moped, still fewer a car. The market traders also walk long distances in order to reach the markets where they sell their goods. Many of them come down from the surrounding mountains. The markets are their only source of income.
Oh yes, it's very convenient. You meet friends and do the shopping for the whole week. As for the price, too, here is cheaper than the small shops in the village, because those shops bought the goods and sell again at higher prices.
The sellers offer everything from herbs, spices, vegetables, and tea to fish and meat. Meat is mostly unaffordable. Only very rarely does either of the two women have enough money for a piece of meat.
It's not enough. There's never enough money. So less shopping. Some of us grow vegetables at home, so we don't have to buy so much. Meat and fish are so expensive, so we cannot afford it.
The market closes down in the early afternoon. It's time to head for home.